everyone, it's Leah Coss with the Mortgage Center, and I wanted to talk about property transfer tax because there are a lot of people who are confused about what it is, why they have to pay it, when they don't have to pay it, how much they have to pay, and things of that nature. So I'm just going to quickly run through the generalities of property transfer tax here in British Columbia, Canada. So property transfer tax, how much do you have to pay? Well, it's 1% of the first 200,000, so $2,000, and 2% of every 100,000 after that. So if you're buying a $400,000 place, that's $6,000 if you do the math, okay? So a bit of a chunk of cash for some of you. Now, when do you not have to pay it? Never. You always have to pay it unless you're a first-time home buyer, but there are some very specific conditions to that. Even first-time home buyers have to pay property transfer tax sometimes. Now, here are the situations where they have to. At this point in time, if you buy a house over $425,000 as a first-time home buyer, you will have to pay all of, or at minimum, a portion of property transfer tax. Basically, it's anything above $425,000, you have to pay property transfer tax, but it's a sliding scale between $425 and $450. So if you buy a house over $450, you're paying the full amount of property transfer tax. If you buy between $425 and $450, it's like a sliding scale amount, and it's all confusing, so don't even worry about that. But if you purchase a house under $425 and you're a first-time home buyer, meaning you've never had your name on the title of a home here in Canada, then you will not have to pay property transfer tax that one time, okay? But if you're a first-time home buyer and you're buying a rental property because maybe you still live at home with mom, or you're still renting because it's a good situation, you have to pay property transfer tax on that rental property. But when you go to buy your first owner-occupied property, now your first-time home buyer kicks in, okay? So those are the main situations where you're going to have to pay it. It's how much you're going to have to pay. The reason for property transfer tax is simply the taking your name off of title and putting it onto a new title. That's the general speaking of what property transfer tax pays for. I'm sure they do a lot more behind the scenes. It's a little pricey in my opinion, and I think that the $425 threshold for first-time homebuyers needs to be upped, because in Vancouver that hardly buys you a condo anymore. But yeah, if you have any questions about property transfer tax or any other closing costs, definitely check out my other videos first. I've got lots of closing cost videos out there for you. If you have more questions, feel welcome to give me a call. If you have a situation where maybe it's you and a friend, or you and your spouse who are buying, and one of you is a first-time home buyer and the other one isn't, you're wanting to figure out a way to not have to pay as much property transfer tax, I can tell you some more specifics on those options for you, so definitely give me a call. I'm Leah Coss with the Mortgage Center, a Canadian mortgage broker. I cannot help you people in the U.S. I am very sorry. Check out a mortgage broker in your area. But if you have any questions, leave an email, leave a comment, send an email, give me a call. Don't forget to subscribe. Those are my dogs freaking out in the background. It's not someone ripping someone's throat apart. Quiet, guys. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss these videos, and hopefully I can help you out. So, Leah Coss, Mortgage Center. I'll talk to you soon.